in this game, who was the one player you felt that stepped up the most? You know, one surprise player that kind of stepped up compared to anybody else.
That's a good question.
I was hoping you go first.
Well, I probably just say, I mean, everyone pretty much did what they're supposed to do. Maybe I'll say Reggie Bush, because like in the previous game, he had fumbled I forget if it was a kick return or a punt return.
It was a
punt return.
Yeah, but I mean, he stayed within himself. He didn't try to do too much because, I mean, you know what usually happens when guys, you know, won't go down or they try to do too much. You know, they usually end up fumbling or, you know, committing a turnover. But he stayed within himself. He had some good runs, and him and the other dude, the other back, Peter Thomas. Yeah, Breeze threw to them, you know, quite a bit. So I think they did pretty good.
All right.
I was surprised about not necessarily one person, but like with the Colts defense, I was surprised at all the missed tackles. There was some plays that were looking like the Browns defense. They missed a lot of tackles.
Yeah, the Saints had a lot of short tackles too.
Yeah,
and I don't think the Colts defense had a lot of missed tackles compared to most teams. It's just the Saints didn't miss any tackles, so it just made the Colts defense look that much better. I would say the Saints offensive line. You said you thought they had a lot of pressure. I didn't see that pressure. I really didn't. Like you saw.
I did. I saw it especially in the first half. But
I didn't see. I think that's a step up for me. As far as and also I think Joseph O'Donnell stepped up. I thought the Colts they were running the ball pretty effectively, and they stopped doing it. And actually Joseph O'Donnell probably should have 100 yards, which would have been the first time he had 100 yards all year. So I thought he stepped up. Now, as far as who disappeared, was of course Reggie Wayne, but I mean that may have been due to the injury, but also
just because he went to Miami.
And also who disappeared, I felt was the Saints the Colts defensive coordinator. I mean you're not getting pressure. You got to start blitzing something, and he just sat back there. In that,
they threw a few blitzes. They just didn't put any pressure on them, especially in the second half.
I don't remember them catch blitz at all.
Drew Brees was getting pressured. He just so composed. He was staying in the pocket. That's why he stepped into a lot of his throws. He was getting pressure from the sides. He stepped in a lot.
That ain't pressure then. If you ain't even do space, that ain't pressure.
I mean, I'm just saying they put pressure. Drew Brees, he's just a hell of a he's just a heck of a quarterback. He was.
That's that leads into my next question. Drew Brees, now you consider him among the elite QBs in the league?
I always thought that.
There's no question there, is it?
Okay, up there with Manning and Brady.
Manning and Brady. I
Favre.
I thought he was just as good. I mean, he just didn't have a ring because he didn't have a team. He didn't have the same. He didn't.
I did not, but now I do. I didn't consider him up there with
you throw for 5,000 yards. You up there?
I mean, nothing. Who else threw 5,000 yards back in the day? Tons of quarterbacks threw 5,000 yards and never won nothing.
Marino, that's the only one I can think of.
Dan Fouts.
Okay, Dan Fouts, yeah.
I mean, Jim Kelly not 5,000, but he was up there. I mean, Warren Moon threw for a lot of yards. I mean, you consider them guys, up there with Brady and Manning, though?
They didn't throw for 5,000 yards. Now,
I mean, 4,000, 4,500. What's the difference?
He threw for well over 5,000.
And 5,000 yards this day compared to back then is impressive to me because the way the league is, the DBs can't touch anybody now without getting interference, and you can't put no pressure on the quarterback without them calling the flag on you.
Well, he had San Diego. He was San Diego's quarterback. Everybody knew he was good, but he went to a bad situation in New Orleans and still put up some kind of numbers. He didn't have any go-to receivers. He still.
All right. And the next question is Peyton Manning. Has his legacy been tarnished now because of this?
It's been tarnished, and shouldn't be, not totally bad. I mean,
so people were about to say if he wins this game, they might put him up there top 2 all time. They were saying if he don't win this game, so now they're saying he's not in the top 10 because he's lost. They said the one Super Bowl he does guy against the Bears and Rich Grossman. So nobody, he's not getting that much credit for that one.
Man, people need to just learn to forgive and forget. He's human. You know what I'm saying? It's like guys are gonna every now and then guys are gonna blink. You know what I'm saying?
His record in the playoffs, he has a losing record. He's 9-10 now.
Yeah, he's 9-10, but it's
and
like
all these good teams they had over the last decade. He's only had the Super Bowl twice.
yeah, you gotta think about it. San Diego's had the Colts number. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the other thing people don't understand. It's like the quarterback can't play defense too. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a team sport, and you know what I'm saying. It's like what one side of the ball does affects the other, and you know what I'm saying. It's like he's he has all these great numbers, but like I said, it's like the offense can only do so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his numbers though ain't that great in the playoffs. He only has 13 touchdowns, 24 interceptions in those. In the last
man.
Yeah.
It depends on
He's
what
throwing more
you define
interceptions
as
in the
a-
playoffs than touchdowns.
It depends on what category. I mean, you go on my quarterback, what they do in the postseason or regular season. Like Peyton Manning, he'll probably throw for the most yards, most touchdowns ever for a quarterback. But his playoff record is kind of spotty. It just depends on what you define as the best quarterback, in your opinion. So
What about the coaches last decade? A lot of people have just been pissing me off.
comparing them to Braves,
Comparing them to the Atlanta Braves, over this.
you can't say that yet.
Over this, this big run, the Braves won like 12 straight division titles, most of them beating the Mets. But they want to compare the Colts to the Braves, especially like Jay Mariotti, Skip Bayless.
Well, if they go to
They're
the
pissing me off.
If they go to a couple more Super Bowls, then we can start making that comparison. But I mean, it's only been 2 Super Bowls. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. 50%.
How many AFC championships have they been to and lost?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you talking about Braves. I mean, how many times y'all in the World Series? What, like 95, 96,
I
98,
think the Yankees
99,
1 year.
97, 91, 92.
92. Okay, well, bottom line, you only got 1. I mean, even though it was against Cleveland, but we let them go to another 1 or 2 Super Bowls, and we can make that comparison.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the big stories that may be coming up in NFL this offseason. Of course, you got the collective bargaining agreement, with a league. Is a league looking towards a strike?
No football in 2011.
You know.
Might as well just book it.
It's not. Yeah, okay.